Most of the wrongful convictions occur in homicide and sexual assault cases where the emotions of people run very high. Those are situations where people cut corners and they jump to conclusions because of the emotional pull of the tragedy.
Ed Monahan is an adjunct professor at the University of Kentucky's Rosenberg College of Law. He spent nearly 4 decades as a public defender, a job he never took for granted.
We need people who care about people, who want to have a society that is just. It's very satisfying.
An estimated 4% of cases nationwide result in wrongful convictions, some factually, others due to procedural errors that violate a person's rights. The Kentucky Innocence Project has documented 22 cases in the Commonwealth since 1989.
Usually it happens because there's some sort of a perfect storm. There's a couple of different factors that are less than perfect or have errors or flaws. Sometimes people are biased, sometimes law enforcement doesn't do the job they're supposed to do. Sometimes prosecutors aren't vetting the cases as carefully as they should be.
Representative Jason Nemes was the primary sponsor of last year's controversial Safer Kentucky Act. The attorney who represents parts of Jefferson, Oldham, and Shelby County has once again introduced legislation to right the state's wrongs by compensating those who are wrongfully convicted.
We're a country where we all feel pretty strongly that if there's a wrong done, especially a wrong done by government, that wrong should be righted.
The Innocence Project works with all 3 law schools across the state. Suzanne Hopp, director of KIPP, says overturning a conviction is much more difficult. Guilt is based on proving something beyond a reasonable doubt.
We go back to court on new evidence, and we have to meet the standard of reasonable certainty, which is much higher.
She tells me the playing field is rarely even. The public defender system is severely underfunded, and attorneys are bogged down with massive caseloads, which can lead to human error.
The sad truth is every time we get more resources, the prosecutor's office and the police and law enforcement, they get that much more. It's like we never seem to get on this parity where we can do the type of representation for our clients that we would like.
And while this proposed bill can never return lost time, it could help people begin to rebuild their lives. For WKYT Investigates, I'm Kelsey Soto.